Footwork gets him a little extra on the play.
Nowhere. Absolutely nowhere.
So they complete the pass, and now they face a second down. A shotgun snap for Stafford. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the Tucker rule that they can fall back on anymore.
An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. The gain of 4 that time as the drive continues. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10.
Big 20. Set. They're waiting. 10.
Now here's the first carry for Amir Abdullah. Room here to run. That one good for 33 and a first.
Outside handoff to the right side. If you're a running back, you love getting the ball early so you have vision to see what's happening in front of you.
Right tackle likes that call. Big play for him. But don't forget about the guys you always tell me on the backside sealing off.
When they talk about cutoff blocks, making sure no one can leak from the backside that can run a play down.
And nobody leaked. Big play. And now a first down following that long gain. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. On first down at Stafford. He's going to rifle one deep left side. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect. So we've got a challenge forthcoming here, and new this year, the ref will no longer go to a monitor on the sideline. He'll have a tablet brought out directly to him on the field.
Yeah, and that should move things along a little bit quicker. He doesn't have to run all the way over, go under the hood as he used to, and come out and render a decision. Talk directly with New York, looking at the tablet, and reach a final call.
Unable to connect on the first down pass play. Now it's second down. Play faked Abdullah. It's Stafford. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And down inside the 15 he goes. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
I'm not sure that this play was designed for him specifically, but they got through the progressions and got the ball to him. So second catch on the drive. He may not be a primary guy, but they definitely want him involved, don't they?
Absolutely. This early, the opening drive, as you said, 2 catches. So if they can get him going in the passing game, that should open up his running game too. Going to give this time to the tailback. So a loss of 5, and it'll be second down. So add that tackle for a loss to the 2 that he had a week ago.
And you know what he's doing right now?
Smiling?
Yeah, definitely doing that. But he's also patting his guys on the back, his defensive front, because they're keeping him clean, meaning no one's getting to him as a blocker. He's able to run to the football, and the plays he's making, he's throwing them in the offensive backfield.
To throw is Stafford. Being chased out left. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's third down.
And him running the football is not something that defenses spend a lot of time preparing for. But this guy has a survival instinct and a knack for knowing when exactly to do it.
Now they're coming up on play number 8 of this opening drive, but they're looking at a 3rd and long. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
8th play of this opening drive coming up. This is 3rd down. And the tight end Ebron in motion. Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Quan Alexander with a big-time sack on 3rd down. And it'll be a loss of 7. And Forbath will put this one through. And the Lions are going to take a 3-0 lead. So they come into enemy territory. Nice drive to start the game, but they probably wanted 6. They only got 3.
I agree with you totally. That's the expectation. When you get the ball and you start moving it and you're rolling, you think you're going to end up in the end zone. But they should be happy with the 3. A good way to get things going here in this game.
This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. He takes this for 3 to the 29.
Not much happening there on 1st down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
Now it's 2nd and 7.
Flip. He's checking crack. Let's go now. White 25.
From the gun, Winston. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
Off the play fake, Winston. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the 1st quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. So the Lions offense ready to go back out onto the field. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11. From the gun, here's Stafford. Looking downfield for Jones. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Detroit. Marvin Jones, 81 yards. And the Lions strike quickly here for 6 points. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdowns scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Yeah, let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. That goes for a gain of 31. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he slides to avoid the hit. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
10-yard penalty there on first down, so now 1st and 20. Working out of the gun, Winston. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
So incomplete on first. Let's see what 2nd down has in store. From the shotgun, it's Winston. Eluding the pressure right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd.
No grounding call there. He had a receiver near the right sideline. It was pretty clear there. He just needed to get rid of that one.
And he did have a receiver in the area, but initially my view was obstructed, and I thought that was going to be grounding, but clearly the correct call made, and that is no call.
Is that why you threw your play sheet down? Is that why you did it? Was that the flag?
You can't be giving me up. I got a lot of issues up here in the booth. Jameis to throw it. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. Ezekiel Ansah in there for the sack on what will be the final play of this first quarter. Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the Bucs in possession of the football as we begin the second quarter, but likely not for long as they're in punt formation to kick it away. Here's Brian Anger now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Yards on the return. Picked up some good blocks as well. And the Lions will take over. So here come the Lions now. And they had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
Now he'll escape, and he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Gerald McCoy getting in there from his defensive tackle spot to snow him under for a loss of 4. On On second down, here's Stafford. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Eric Ebron, the big tight end, his intended target. And that takes us from second to third down. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
Third and long, it's Stafford. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up fourth down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. He'll return it from the 6. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Bucs are going to take over 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. He's going to be taken down right at about the 15-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
I think if they want to start getting back into this game, it behooves them to get better on first down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive. Second down, Winston. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Robbie Anderson, the man he was looking for. Third down here.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
So a 3rd and 9 and 6 defensive backs out there in the dime.
Patrolling the passing lanes.
To throw, Winston. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. So a short drop, but he's able to get it out, and this is a good kick. That's taken at around the 40. Now a hit and a loose football.
And that's what friends are for.
Right. As the returner, you know who you're buying dinner for later.
Oh, without a doubt, because he just took care of you and your team in a big way. You know, you turn it over there, that's a big momentum changer and put your defense in a bad spot.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Stafford on first down. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. Gerald McCoy in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. A 2nd down run for Abdullah. And some room to roam now. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
Well, partner, I have to say they called him in the right defense there. Nickel set, 5th defensive back on the field, and they love to run against that because now you typically get a bigger blocker on a smaller defender.
Yeah, because those DBs like you, they want the interception. They're not as worried about the running play, right?
Not at all. And I still remember being in school, and one of my offensive line teammates.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Quan Alexander in there to get him his second sack now of the afternoon.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Now Stafford hands to Abdullah. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. That'll be a gain of 15 yards, and they're going to have a third down.
It seemed like the situation was second and a mile to go for a first down, which screams what? Throw the football. You got to pass in order to try and pick up that kind of yardage. But in this case, they ran a tendency breaker because the tendency is for defenses to be out there and be set up for a pass. So you break tendency and actually run the football. That changes everything because if you're able to find a crease, you often have bigger guys working against smaller guys downfield. They picked up excellent yardage there to bring up a third down.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up fourth down. So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. He connected on his first. This time it's 39 yards away. And Forbath will put this one through, and that'll push the lead up to 13-0. So he splits the uprights there, and I would imagine it's nice as a kicker. Right when it leaves your foot, you know it's good.
Yeah, it's kind of like a golfer that picks up his tee after a nice drive without even watching it land.
Solid analogy. I like it. And the Buccaneers getting ready to go as they take the field. So far, they've had 3 drives, 3 punts. Not good.
Not good indeed, because you've got to have something to show for being out on the field. Now, sometimes, if you have a game where neither side has scored, 3 punts isn't a bad thing. But when you're trying to set the pace, get up on top in a game, you got to show better offense and find a way to put some points on the board.
And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Now a second down throw for Winston. And the pressure gets there, and Winston goes down. The Bucs on third down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 9. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. We'll come back to Tampa after this timeout. The Bucs on third down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 9.
Ready.
Winston. And he's going to go down again. Kerry Hyder in there to drop him, and back-to-back sacks now bring up 4th and long. Here's Brian Anger now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Nice move at the 40. A good return there, 17 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And Detroit getting set to go now. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
And the tight end, Ebron, in motion. To throw on second down is Stafford. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
3rd and 11. And some extra depth in the secondary here. They're in the dime. Out of the gun, Stafford. And he connects with Ebron. Down the numbers. There he goes. Touchdown, Detroit. Eric Ebron, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Lions add on to their lead.
Heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that could finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
A good pick up there of 20 yards.
And that was a heck of a shot right there by Jameis Winston. Boy, he has a superior right arm, doesn't he? You saw him play baseball.
Yeah, he's actually a switch hitter in baseball. Outfielder, and then, of course, a very hard-throwing pitcher. That's translated well in the National Football League.
That it has. When he has to make that throw on a line, he's got plenty of arm to do it.
A second down throw for Winston. Over the middle, complete. That's Fletcher. And he takes this one down all the way near the 30. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. First down, Winston. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. And the offense will be looking to get at least some of this yardage back here. It's 2nd and 12. Throwing, Winston. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. The Bucs on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. Now Winston. And he's going to be out of bounds down inside the 20. And they get 14 yards there and a first down.
And that's how you pick up a first down. Not only does he make the catch, but has enough body control to get his feet down inbounds, toe tapping and dragging to make sure he gets it done.
So the offense has it 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Winston. And he holds it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. Mike Evans in the final seconds of the first half. And the Bucs are able to close the gap just a bit. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. A lot of football, full half to be played. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Here's the Lion offense now as they get ready to take over. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
They start the drive with Abdullah. And Abdullah lost the football. So we have reached halftime. Now, you folks don't know what you're missing. You're missing Larry Ridley. Ready to get back, though, to this Week 2 matchup. Let's get to it. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This fielded at the 2. And they're going to have good starting field position. He's out of bounds, but not before he's across the 35. Out come the Buccaneers. They'll have it first to start in the 3rd quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the 2nd half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is a really, I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the 2nd half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. They go play action. Winston. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 40, and they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a 2nd half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Does that happen to you? And he loses the football a 2nd time.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free. But a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Here's Stafford now on 2nd down. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. Well, your QB's been sacked 4 times in the game already, and they're the holding goal.
And you know darn well the offensive line coach is frustrated and upset that he's been hit that many times already. He doesn't really care that they hold now. Just don't let him get hit anymore.
To throw on 2nd down. Stafford is going to fire one deep over them. And got his man complete. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. That one goes for 36 yards. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. On 1st down, Abdullah. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Came out in a power set, but that only served to put more men in the box. And guess what? If you're going to do that, you've got to win up front, right? Your offensive guys have got to beat the defenders. They lost all leverage on that play.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
If you're the coaching staff upstairs, you might want to file that play away. Did you see how fast the safety closed on that one? Coming up in run support, made a big-time tackle. Might want to try and check into a pass next time.
Yeah, got him for a loss. Really, really great play defensively. To throw on 3rd down. Stafford. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down. Still searching for that first interception in this game and down on the scoreboard. Remember, they won last week, and a big reason why they had 3 picks.
And one characteristic I've always noticed about great defenses is that they want to be the ones that have a huge impact on the game and actually lead their teams to victory. So you just noted 3 interceptions last week and they won. And a little extra pressure that they're feeling right now because they haven't gotten those interceptions in this game and they're losing.
So the D-line's going to spread out. Now a handoff looking right. And he'll find some space up to about the 25. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on 1st down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another 1st down with that run.
A 1st down throw for Winston. He's going to go for a big play downfield. So they took a shot on 1st down but couldn't connect.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending the guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. Throwing again, Winston on 2nd and 10. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. The Bucs on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10.
Let's go now. Move ready. Easy. Flip.
Winston now. And he's got a man. It's the tight end Howard, complete. The 20, 10, touchdown, Tampa Bay. O.J. Howard, his 1st touchdown of the new season. And the Bucs have made this a 1-score game. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing but control the game offensively. Put together some 1st downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
This is Abdullah, and he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Well, you had to punt on your 1st drive, and on the 1st play of the 2nd drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Stafford. The left side completion to Jones. And he'll be out of bounds up past the 45. 23 yards on the play. Now a first down throw. Stafford got his man complete over the middle. It's Vaughn. And he takes this one down all the way near the 30. A good pickup there at 22. And now a first down following that long gain. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Stafford gives to Abdullah. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. They'll say no gain on the play there. Now it'll be third down. Wasn't able to get anything, no gain. Fumbled once already. Maybe he's being a little careful. Not necessarily on that play, but I'm sure that's in his mind somewhere.
Oh, without a doubt, because protecting the football is job one for anyone who's carrying it. And that's exactly what he tried to do on that play, but it didn't gain him any yardage.
From the gun on third down, Stafford. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to fourth down. So now here comes the field goal team for the third time today. On the right hash, it's a 43-yard attempt. And Forbath will put this one through, and the drive will wind up yielding 3. So 3 field goals for him here, and this last one helps him stretch out the lead.
And he's been solid as usual. And this is what you need to do. Make sure you get points out of every possession, and so far they've done a nice job of that.
This is taken at the 3. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Now the Buccaneers offensive unit back out on the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that, they had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
So 2nd and 10 here.
Easy. Wide. Get wide. Easy. Hey, ready. Blue ready.
Winston. And he's going to lose yardage here, as they will switch ends as time is run out on this third quarter of play. Winston needing a big play after the sack as he leads the Bucs up on 3rd and long.
Ready. Blue ready.
From the gun, Winston. It's caught. Jones. And he takes this one all the way across midfield into enemy territory down to the 40-yard line. A big gain of 38 there on 3rd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be stopped dead in his tracks at the 33. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now. Here's Winston. And this is going to be incomplete.
Everything about that play tells you about today's NFL offenses and what they're asking out of running backs. You can't just be a guy who can run the football. You have to be able to catch it as well, and he didn't get that done on that play.
And that is no good. He hit it well from distance, but he couldn't work it back in, and this score will stay right where it is.
I tell you, it's not easy kicking field goals in the best of conditions. You add in a downpour like we're in right now, it makes it that much harder. And sure enough, they can't convert here.
And they begin the drive with Abdullah. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. And in this situation with the lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
And he fires one, but incomplete.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this 3rd down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And he'll go ahead and field this at the 5. Nowhere to go that time. It's a 46-yard punt with a loss on the return. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. Very tough spot here for the offense to start. They go play action here on 1st down. And Jameis is going to go down in the end zone, and that is going to be a safety. Well, there is still time to recover from this. It remains a 2-score game even with the 2 points there, but let's just say things not trending in the right direction.
I like that phrase. I'm going to say it along with you. Things are definitely not trending in the right direction. They needed something on that drive. Instead, they gave up 2 points and a lot of hope.
And Detroit getting set to go now. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage.
Leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains. They go back to Abdullah on 1st. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47. At this stage of the game, with the score where it is, the key here, stay in bounds, and he did just that. Not by a huge margin, but he stayed in.
And those come up in what we like to call winning edge meetings. The things that you have to do, late game situations, kicking situations, doesn't matter what it is, the things you have to do to win a game, and that comes up in that meeting, then you practice it, they've got to be happy to see it executed, being able to stay in bounds and work the clock.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. And he'll find Galladay. That's complete. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. And a big 32-yard play on 3rd. Big hook up there, forced to throw it on 3rd down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. They'll run again. This time it's Abdullah. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. A gain of a yard gets them back where they started. Now it's 3rd and 10. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. The Lions on 3rd down. They've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This is 3rd and 10. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. On 3rd down, it's Riley. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Now the Buccaneers go ahead and take another timeout. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this 4th quarter of play. And Forbath will put this one through. And that will get the lead up to 14. So they settle for just the 3 there, but clearly anything helps when you're trying to salt one away here in the 4th.
Without a doubt, I think a touchdown would have been the final nail. But 3 does give them some breathing room and lets them build up a little cushion.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And last time they surrendered the safety, we know they don't want to do that again.
That is just one of those oddities in scoring that we get, and it's just so strange to see that go up on the board, and then you got to make sure that that doesn't happen to your team again. They've got to take care of the ball.
But boy, it juices up the defense.
Oh, without a doubt. That's a great way to score some points.
The intended target was Chris Godwin, and now it's 2nd down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Winston from the gun on 3rd down. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 28. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a fourth quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
Checking the NFL scoreboard there in the fourth now in Minneapolis. And it was the Vikings able to take home the victory. If they hold on, a victory there would be their third of the year. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. So out come the Bucs now. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
So after a run like that, I will guarantee that the head coach is saying to himself, maybe even over his headsets to the rest of the staff, what was that all game long? We needed that. That's the type of run we planned for going into the game. Didn't get much of that, but let's move it forward. Let's build on it, get ready for the next week, and let's go play. Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave them with a third and about 5. As overtime wears on, something to keep in mind, it is hot down there on the field.
And if we think it's a sauna, what are they feeling down there? And this is where both teams find out about their strength and conditioning program. All the work they put into it to get to this moment, and did the guys follow the mantra of hydrating ahead of time so they're ready to go right now?
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. With that, we say so long from Tampa.